On the day of the worst terror attack in U.S. history, an incident at Albany International Airport creates some tense moments. Good evening and welcome to News 10 ABC. I'm Elisa Streeter.
And I'm John Gray, sitting in for Mark Baker tonight. Thanks for being here. Albany County Sheriff Craig Apple says it happened this morning when one of the men tried to board a plane with what looked like potentially dangerous device.
Apple says the serviceman's, quote, moronic move resulted in an unnecessary response by anti-terrorism teams and a bomb squad. News 10 ABC's Anya Tucker live at the airport with more on what happened, and she also has a photo of the device that gave TSA officers such a scare. Anya.
Well, we'll get a look at that photo in just a moment, but first what Sheriff Craig Apple is saying about what happened earlier this morning. He says, above all, it was simply a lack of common sense on the part of these Navy servicemen, and then secondly, he said it was really bad timing.
I think it was a very moronic move, quite honestly.
The so-called moronic move, says Sheriff Craig Apple, made by a Navy serviceman trying to board a plane with some suspicious-looking carry-on luggage.
When it went through the X-ray, definitely looked like it could be some sort of IED or something to that effect.
This is a photo of the package that caused TSA officers alarm. Apple says the man's baggage was pulled from the plane. Members of the Joint Terrorism Task Force were called in, along with a canine to sniff through the items.
They deemed it not to be an immediate threat almost instantly. But then the question began, what is this thing and what are you doing with it?
The sheriff says the man was traveling with two other individuals. All identified themselves as active members of the Navy who had been training at Knowles Atomic Facility in Ballston Spa. They told officials the suspicious-looking device was actually a circuit board used in a military project. A call to a commanding officer at their base in Washington State confirmed their story. In the end, it was just a brief scare. But Apple says the serviceman showed a lack of common sense, especially considering the timing, the anniversary of 9/11.
Here you are on 9/11, a day that, I don't want to say security's heightened, but people definitely have a little bit of a heightened awareness just based on the day and the past incidents that have gone on. And, this thing comes through the checkpoint.
Well, airport officials and local law enforcement tell me never at any time were any passengers in any real danger. Sheriff Apple says the men left shortly after the incident and they will not face any charges. Live in Colony, Anya Tucker, News 10 ABC.